sponsored by the fine people at MXP. I'm your host, Ryan Gall. I don't get to say that kind of much. This is my buddy, Mark Travers. What's going on, dude?
Mark Travers, happy to be here.
I like that. Now, you're like nice and straight. Mark, buddy, round one. It's all the goofing aside, the hype is it. The gate drops here soon.
It does, but let me just tell you one thing, Galdi. This is Whispering Pines, the raceway of Whispering Pines. This is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. Every time I turn around, I'm seeing mountains, pine trees. Hey, I love this place.
I think there's quite a few girls around here as well, which is always a bonus for TV, and you know, it's always good for us.
The scenery is spectacular, both on and off the track. Galdi, some interesting things going on in the pits. People are happy to be here. The emotions are running high.
I think there's even a race going on this weekend. I'm not too sure, but hey, let's get into that stuff going on right now. We got the lineup of guys. It's going to be crazy this weekend. MX2 stacked, MX1 even more stacked.
Yeah, let's get into that MX2 class. I mean, the fact that we've got all these fast young Canadians as well as a couple of American ringers in there. Eric Nye, your past champion. I like that Dean Wilson flying the ointment though, because that kid is super fast. He's only going to be here for 3 rounds, so you know it's one of those things where he's not going to win the championship, but boy, he's going to be taking valuable championship points away from those other guys. So that's going to be interesting. I think that's the most interesting story here today.
You think if he's leading, he's not going to come back?
Well, I mean, he's got a schedule, an amateur schedule that is south of the border, which is more important for his career than racing up here right now. So, I mean, who knows? It's awesome to see him here.
Maybe we get Stolly to cut him a check to make him stay. Let's get to the MX1. So, Travs, we got champions from the past 3 years. Paulie Carpenter's back. I mean, the track is set up to be beautiful, but that race in MX1, it's going to be insane today.
The only thing I want to say about the MX1 class is this. Klatt, Carpenter, and Fasciotti. If we just had those 3 guys out on the track, we'd have ourselves a race. But we got 40 other riders out there, so who the hell knows? I don't know, Galt.
What about the international crowd? These guys are just getting shipped in from all over the place here in Canada. They love it up here.
Well, how could you not love it here? The atmosphere is spectacular. It's very low-key. It's not like the GPs in America where it's very intense. The racing still is intense, but the atmosphere here is perfect.
Yeah, we love to have fun in Canada. A little more relaxed, Beers are flowing. Girls are starting to get crazy. It's time to bring you some highlights from Moto 1 and Moto 2 of the Monster Energy Motovision show. We'll see you in a little bit.
Don't forget about those Monster Julies.
They're here.
Were you expecting 3 seconds after yesterday? A bit of cat and mouse. We just came out there and just stomped on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yesterday I was just checking out the track, and then today I was just, I don't know, I'm kind of scoping it out and then put in a couple hard laps. But, you know, lap times really don't do much. It's only for gate pick, and I mean, look at me at Walton last year, I had 5th fastest, then I went out and won the first moto. So you never know, you know, you never count anybody out, and anybody can win, so it'll be good.
All right, Moto fans, let's get ready. First Moto of the 2009 season, MX2 class. Who's going to get that whole shit? It's Kurt Haas on that RTR KTM. Great job for him. Evano with some early problems. The big talk of the weekend, Dean Wilson, after 1 lap, was in the lead, followed closely by last year's champion, #1, Eric Nye. And Teddy Mayer was looking good in 3rd place. Got a lot of laps in this track. This is where his team practices. They are the local Kamloops leading edge team. Kyle Beaton goes down in the first corner. Had to make his way all the way through the pack up to 10th place late in the moto. KTM looking strong. The South African Karen Fitzgerald up into the top 10. Oh, there's our hole shotter, Kurt Haas, having some problems late in the moto. But look at this guy, number 49, Dean Wilson, attacking the track. Just so aggressive on the bike. Love seeing that. The track would get rough. Not as rough in this particular moto, although lines developing all over the place. Here was the big heartbreak for the Blackfoot team. Aaron Harvey DNFing the first moto. You could just see it in his body language, not liking that. Teddy Mayer was able to get by Eric Nye late in the moto, with Eric Nye swapping out in a tight left-hander in the sand. Nye would hold on to 3rd place. Mayer was so fast. A lot of laps on that. We talked about the practicing that team was doing. Kyle McGlynn again showing well for that KTM squad. 3 bikes in the top 5 for the KTM team. And Dean Wilson taking the checkered flag with the 2nd professional win in Canada. There's number 49, young Dean Wilson.
Any changes going into the second moto? Because I mean, it looked like the bike worked good. You got good starts. Track is obviously going to be way rougher next time too.
Yeah, my front forks are real soft, so we got to do something there, get that set up a little bit better.
That's what I like to hear, man. Congratulations on a great ride.
Thanks.
Now, changes for the next moto. Obviously, the track's going to be way gnarlier. I mean, the bike looked like it worked good. Anything on your body okay from caution?
Everything's good. You know, the bike worked awesome. Everything. Second moto will be really rough. So it's a pretty hot day today, rough track. It'll be good.
All right, buddy. Well, good. Congratulations. Great ride.
Thank you.
MX Performance, Canada's motocross magazine. MXP is loaded with page after page of spectacular photos and in-depth coverage of the world of motocross, both on and off the track. Whether it's at the races or behind the scenes, MXP captures the pulse of the most exciting sport on the planet. So don't be left in the roost. Subscribe now to MX Performance Magazine, Canada's #1 motocross publication.